The Interstellar Council had never been more than a silent hall of pretense. The great hall of the station, a towering relic of a long-forgotten empire, echoed with the whispers of alliances formed and broken, deals made in shadows, and wars justified with gilded words. It was a grand stage for the galaxy's titans, the empires that carved their dominion across the stars with fleets and banners, to argue and negotiate. Yet, for all its grandeur, the Council ruled over no one, protected no one, and enforced nothing. It was an illusion of order in a chaotic galaxy that changed with humanity. When humanity was first noticed, they were little more than a curiosity. Their first attempts at faster-than-light travel were crude by galactic standards but showed promise. The Trell Dominion, an empire infamous for conquering young civilizations and exploiting their resources, wasted no time. They descended upon humanity with their elegant crystalline ships, armed with shimmering energy weapons and near-impenetrable shields that had crushed countless civilizations before them. But humanity did not crumble. They did not kneel. The Trell fleet's first encounter with Earth's defense forces was unexpected. Instead of sleek, agile ships, they faced armored giants bristling with railguns and kinetic artillery. These weapons did not burn or dazzle. They struck with the raw, unrelenting force of physics. Slugs the size of shuttles were hurled at near-light speeds, shattering Trell warships into twisted wreckage before their shields could react. On the ground, hypersonic projectiles tore through the Dominion's supposedly invincible legions, leaving no room for retreat. Humanity's message was clear. They would not be conquered. The war was short and brutal. Despite their technological sophistication, the Trell Dominion could not withstand humanity's sheer adaptability and ingenuity. When the last Trell fleet limped away from Sol, humanity did something no one expected. They reached out to the other species under Trell rule. But it was not an offer of dominance. It was an offer of unity. When humanity arrived at the Interstellar Council as victors, they did not come to gloat or impose their will. They came to listen. They sought out the forgotten and downtrodden, the civilizations that had been stripped of their pride and power by centuries of imperial exploitation. Humanity stood not as conquerors but as protectors, offering what the Council had never been able to provide: hope. In the years that followed, humanity reshaped the Council through action. Every time an empire launched a war of conquest, humanity stood against them. Their unyielding fleets and indomitable soldiers defended those who could not defend themselves. But they did not stop there. Humanity's engineers worked tirelessly to uplift their allies. For the Alarin, a fragile species gifted in engineering, they developed crisis suits, exoskeletons that turned their delicate forms into mobile fortresses. For the Sonari, whose melodic voices could shape stone but could not defend against blades, they crafted sonic projectors, transforming their songs into weapons. Every ally who stood with humanity grew stronger, more capable of standing on their own. The Council itself began to change. No longer just a forum for the powerful, it became a place where the weak found a voice. Humanity's insistence on justice and equity inspired others to act. Fractured alliances of old began to mend, not through coercion, but through shared purpose. The dead empire that had built the station once dreamed of a united galaxy, but failed. Humanity, the youngest of the stars, was making that dream a reality. The turning point came when the Karani Dominion, an empire that had dominated the Outer Rim for millennia, declared war on a fledgling alliance of former slaves. The council chamber fell silent as the Karani ambassador delivered their ultimatum, daring anyone to intervene. Humanity answered. As the ambassador boasted of the Karani's inevitable victory, a single human delegate, Commander Elena Voss, stood. She spoke not with bravado, but with conviction. "Your fleets will burn," she said simply, "not because we are stronger or more advanced, but because we stand together. And when the smoke clears, it will not be humanity you fear. It will be the galaxy you tried to break." The war that followed was the largest in living memory, but it was not fought by humanity alone. Alaran pilots, clad in their crisis suits, outmaneuvered Karani warships. Sonari warriors, armed with sonic projectors, shattered Karani fortresses. Every species humanity had uplifted fought alongside them, not as dependents, but as equals. When the Karani dominion fell, the Council was no longer a fragile forum. It had become something new. The station, once a hollow monument to a dead empire, became the heart of a united galaxy. No longer a place where the powerful bartered for influence, it had become a beacon of hope, a forge where justice was tempered by unity. And at its center stood humanity, not as rulers, but as the spark that reignited the stars. Hashtag the One Human Corporation. The meeting took place aboard a neutral station orbiting a long-dead star. Envoy Heath waited in a sterile metallic chamber, faintly scented with antiseptic. Across from them sat a representative of the One Human Corporation, a human dressed in simple but elegant black attire, bearing no rank insignia or visible weapons. Despite their unassuming appearance, the human exuded an aura of quiet confidence. Envoy Heath, the human began, their voice a perfect balance of warmth and professionalism. I am Captain Elisa Morrow, a liaison for One Human. I understand you're interested in our services. Heath studied Morrow carefully, noting the clarity in her eyes and the faint smirk that hinted at confidence bordering on arrogance. We are considering it. Your advertisement was compelling, if difficult to believe. Morrow chuckled. That's fair. Most clients start with skepticism, but I assure you, our results speak for themselves. Let's discuss what you need. The envoy shifted uncomfortably. The Vandran hegemony has amassed an armada. Our intelligence estimates a 4-to-1 advantage in their favor. We need effective countermeasures. Morrow leaned forward, her gaze sharpening. Understood. Let's start with your budget. The more you invest, the more force we can deploy. But adaptability is our strength. Even a modest force can achieve incredible results with the right strategy. Heath hesitated. Define incredible results. Victory, Morrow said simply, with fewer casualties than you'd expect. That's what we sell. The envoy exhaled slowly. We have liquidated assets and diverted reserves. We can afford what your contract terms describe as a medium battle group. Morrow's expression brightened. A solid choice. A medium battle group gives us flexibility. Enough assets to apply pressure where it matters without spreading too thin. She tapped a small datapad, and a holographic display appeared, listing an array of units. Armored infantry, mechanized divisions, orbital assets, electronic warfare specialists, and more. Each category was disturbingly customizable, with sub-options labeled psychological destabilization teams and precision chaos insertion squads. Morrow's fingers danced across the interface, modifying the configuration. Orbital bombardment units disappeared, replaced by stealth infiltrators. Heavy mechanized divisions gave way to high-mobility strike teams. A category labeled Civilian Impact Operations flickered briefly before being locked out. This isn't standard, Heath murmured. Exactly, Morrow replied. The Vandran rely on overwhelming numbers and rigid command structures. This configuration exploits all of that. Heath's second heart pounded. This was not conventional warfare. But conventional warfare was why the Vandran believed they would win. Very well, Heath said at last. We accept your proposal. Morrow extended a hand, smiling. Then let's end this war, envoy.